So I'm doing a follow-up video on a video I recently posted, where spoke about would I date or marry a single mother. And the short answer is yes. As in that video, I said yes. Um, but the emails wanted me to elaborate on it further. So the only way I could really elaborate on such a thing is like I do. My stepfather married my mother knowing that I existed. My mother was a single mother, so I'm not really. I grew up in a healthy relationship in that regard. So I'm not really against marrying a single mother. Um, I personally do not prefer one, um, but I'm not against it. I will marry a single mother or any woman for that matter as long as there are two things in place. She brings peace and intimacy. That's all I really care about. And if you're a guy, you think, if it really boils down to that, I'm sure there are a few other things here and there, but it really comes down to those two things: peace and intimacy. Um, with peace, obviously, come being a helpmate and all that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff concentrated in peace and a lot of stuff concentrated in intimacy. Intimacy is not just about sex. It's just hanging out, having a real good warm relationship when a man comes home, because the literal meaning, root meaning of wife is home. So I want to come home or come to wife to peace and intimacy. I am not I will never consider. I've never really considered myself above average in any way, in looks and height and financial sciences and all that stuff. I would say I'm average in all those things. Not that I didn't have access to a lot of women growing, when I was younger. I do have a level of, attractiveness. Um, you know that I was able to capitalize on, but my personality didn't really allow me to do that. I was focused on other things. But again, I'm not even speaking as an above average guy. I'm speaking from an average guy's mindset. I will do not want to come home to anything other than peace and intimacy. And you know, take away all the job issues, like I'm working, you're working, you're doing this, you're doing that, I'm doing this or that or the third. Can I come home to peace and intimacy? Now, with peace, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that. With peace, if a woman or wife takes on the duty of being a wife or being the home, there's a lot of stuff that goes into being home. And one of those things is taking care of the household, nurturing the children, things like that. Obviously, if you're a single mother, you have a child already, and that I, as a man, like it or not, once I accept you, I accept the child. That's just a package deal. That's just how it is. And I will do for that child more or as much as I do for my own biological children if I have biological children with you. That's just the nature of it. It's not something that we think about as men. Um, Now, if you take away, does it benefit me financially to take care of another man's child and all that stuff? It may not. If you look at like the financial part of it, but that stuff is not becomes irrelevant if you, as a single mother, who becomes my wife, brings me peace and intimacy. A lot of that comes. It really boils down to peace and intimacy, and all of that can kind of occur regardless if you're single or without children and a single mother. Uh, One of the things that a lot of women are bringing to nowadays is a sense of entitlement, and I'm not going to mess with any single mother that comes with a level of entitlement at all. Just come with peace and intimacy. If you're bringing all this other stuff, there will be no peace or intimacy, and therefore I won't be attracted to you to even go beyond that point. if I'm dating you as a single mother, already know that I'm physically and sexually attracted to you. So therefore, I like how you look. So that is no longer part of the narrative. I wouldn't mess with you at all. And most men that's interested in marrying you won't. They already you can take that at face value. They're interested in marrying you because they're already attracted to you. You bring a lot of stuff that they like to the table already. You're probably already bringing peace and intimacy. First sight and all that stuff. They saw what you look like. They were attracted to that. Um, they got to know your personality and all that stuff. All everything fell into place. We are already attracted to you physically. All right. Before we knew you even had a kid, we were already hollering at you, saying hi. So remove that aspect. We won't marry you if you cannot bring peace and intimacy to the relationship. We will have sex with you if all you can really bring, all we see in you is sex. And that's only one aspect of intimacy, if that's all you can offer. If you're not bringing peace but you have the bomb, whatever, we will have sex with you, but we will not marry you. I will not marry a woman that doesn't bring peace and intimacy. I won't date you if I'm not attracted to you. So it'll never get to that level. I won't date you if I'm not attracted to you. So if I'm dating you, regardless if you're a single mother or you're not, if I'm dating you, I'm already attracted to you. So that's a dead issue. Um, can you bring peace and intimacy to the relationship? If you could do that, it's easy. Um, Peace in itself is a really big topic. Um, a lot of it falls into submission, nurturing, taking care of the home, the duties of what a wife is. Um, that promotes peace. It promotes um physical growth and development in both the husband that you're going to marry and the children that you're raising to take on the challenges of the next generation of things. You want sound bodies and mind. So the woman is typically the wife usually embraces a lot of that into her duties. And if a man can come home to peace and intimacy, um, I can do a whole other video on just peace, but most of you are intelligent and can really figure it out. Um, if you can actually bring that kind of thing, peace and intimacy to a relationship, and really think about it, I shouldn't have to elaborate, but I will probably in another video in the future. If you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. You all have a good day.